It's time for 3 Up.
Touchdown, Patriots!
2 big throws on this drive by Mac Jones, your quarterback. What a throw on the skinny. I'll take more of this, please.
3 Down.
Put a jacket on him. He don't want to be out here. Sit him down.
With Greg Bedard from BostonSportsJournal.com. 3 Up.
I know you're very results-oriented. I get that.
3 Down.
It's a fail all around. Fail, fail, fail.
On Belger and Maz on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
All right, it's time for 3 Up, 3 Down with Greg Bedard, presented by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Enjoy the game with the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Please drink responsibly. 3 studs, 3 duds, 3 Up, 3 Down from Patriots' big win over the Bills. Number 1 star, Greg, and Maz plays along. Go ahead.
Pop Douglas. He was outstanding in this game, playmaker. Now, it wasn't perfect. He didn't run the right route on 3rd down that caused Mac Jones to throw the ball into the back of the offensive lineman because he didn't sit there in the zone. But outside of that, I mean, a few big broken tackles, drew a penalty, big-time catches in traffic. He was tremendous. He's exactly what this offense needs and needs more of.
Mac Jones, he was the key to the game. Everything spun off of him. Good throws, 25 of 30, no turnovers. And again, I'm not saying there weren't any mistakes, but at the end of the day, the numbers are what they are. To me, it was about Jones.
Number 2.
Mac Jones in the fourth quarter only. He was outstanding. I mean, when they needed him, the 2 touchdown drives, clutch throws. I love the play to Bourne where he basically, this is why they drafted him, because of his mind, where he, basically changed the receivers twice and changed the routes, changed the protection, and then, put a perfect ball on the outside to Kendrick Bourne so he could turn the corner for the touchdown. It was outstanding, and I loved how he hung into pressure. He finally got used to, all right, it's Michael Wenning at right tackle, not Vidarian Lowe anymore. I can actually sit here and make a throw and take a hit.
Douglas, 5 touches, if you count the punt return, basically 80 yards, 16 yards a pop. Every time he touches, something good happened. Give him the freaking ball, and if he fumbles, you don't have to send him to Siberia.
Number 3.
I couldn't really separate these guys, so the entire defensive line, starting with Christian Barmore, Dietrich Wise, Devon Godchow,
like
Lawrence Guy, and Anthony Jennings, who had
Jennings was
11. They combined 11 quarterback pressures, 4 run stuffs. They were the key to the defensive plan against Josh Allen. Did a great job with their rush integrity. It sort of set things up.
Yeah, no, it's tierless tiers. Put 25 teams in one tier. That's like Maz's tiers. Sorry, Maz.
I went with Bentley. I thought it was a shaky start. He wasn't great in the early part of the game, but that 4th down play was a great play. He peeled off his guy. Duggar got beat. He came over, knocked the ball out of there for the incompletion. He's not a pass game player, but he made that play. I thought Bentley was really good.
Okay, here comes 3 down. Usually this is our sweet spot. We usually don't have trouble with this.
This was hard this week.
I still don't.
Maz actually had an omission. And this was a tough one, right? Which is like exceedingly rare for you, Maz.
I powered through.
All right, 3 down. Go ahead, Greg.
City So. I know that their Pro Football Focus apparently rated him like the greatest offensive lineman ever. I don't know what they're smoking, but, he gave up 3 quarterback pressures, 3.5 run stuffs. He was the weak link on the offensive line. Now, he wasn't horrible. He wasn't like some of their other guys that they've thrown out there. But he was by far the weakest link on the offensive line and got, pushed back more times than not.
I went with Duggar. I didn't think Duggar was great in this game.
I think you're absolutely right, Maz. He blew a bunch of tackles.
Yes, he did. He missed tackles. That was the big thing. Also, on that 4th down play I was talking about with Bentley, his guy ran right by him. He got beat, frankly. And Greg, you might be able to tell me I think it was zone coverage, but even so, he's got to pick him up in a 4th down situation. He didn't pick him up. And then that play with Latavius Murray out in the flat. Latavius Murray's a freaking 100 years old.
Smoked him.
He got dusted by Latavius, and that was a 3rd and 15, I think. I think it was 15 yards, and he whiffed. I didn't think he was good in this game at all.
Number 2, Greg.
Kyle Duggar. I thought he was terrible in this game, missed tackles. You forget, he gave up the 2-point conversion on the route that he always gives up. His eyes are always in the wrong place in the back of the end zone against tight ends. Josh Allen normally kills Kyle Duggar in these games. Let's also, not forget the deep pass to Stephon Diggs down the middle. It should have been, if it wasn't windy, it would have been an 80-yard touchdown with Kyle Duggar getting roasted over the top.
100% Allen blew that one.
And how about I must have watched, with 14 seconds left, whatever it was, when the throw down the middle, Diggs, I must have watched that like 20 times on film to figure out how he didn't catch the ball, because the throw was perfect. Diggs was there. I know he hit the ground weird, but Phillips was there. Duggar was there. Like, Diggs should have caught that ball, and they should have been about the 35-yard line with one chance at the end zone.
Maz, number 2.
So I went Barmore because
Wow.
I thought he had 2 roughing the passer penalties. I think it was only 1. Who got the other one? Didn't
It was
have
Jackson.
2? Oh.
Jack Jones.
Oh, okay. So that's
I'm sorry, Jack Jones. Why am I saying Jackson? Who's that?
So-
that?
yeah,
Jack
so-
Jones. No,
so-
you guys looked at me like I had 3 heads, and now I know why. The guy doesn't exist. Jack Jones is who I meant. Yeah.
So I thought he had both. He only had 1, which softens the blow, but it's too late to change my mind. So F it disagrees with what Bedard said, so I'm sticking with it.
Number 3.
Tyquan Thornton played 3 snaps, ran a wrong route on one of them, sat for the rest of the game. He's got to do. You could also put Devontae Parker in there. He's completely useless. I don't ever want to see Devontae Parker and Juju Smith-Schuster on the field again. I'd be fine with that.
Which is precisely what I did. Devontae Parker, useless. Useless. He should play like only down by the goal line as a third guy. You need to whip it up there to him every now and then, fine, but that's it. The rest of the time, useless.
So, Greg, you agree, and you've been critical of Kendrick Bourne in the past for running the wrong routes and not knowing where he's
He
going.
did it on the second play of the game, and Mac Jones yelled at him.
You'd still rather have that out there than Parker and or Juju Smith, right?
Without question. And it's on Bill O'Brien and Troy Brown to figure out, okay, like, where is Kendrick making the mistakes on the routes, and let's eliminate those, or try to eliminate them, and just have him run like. I'd be okay with him just running little hitches and then catching it and getting yards after the catch, which he's been great at. They just need to use him more where he's really good and minimize where he makes the mental errors.